brand new in the commentary box.
It's the 5th time the World Championships have been held in the United Kingdom. 3 days of competition ahead for competitors from 28 nations in the Sheffield arena. Short track has yet to fulfil its potential as a real crowd puller. But for the few faithful spectators who made the trip on the first evening of finals on Friday, they were guaranteed skating of the highest quality. The first spectacle, though, as with all global sporting events, the opening ceremony. This display is choreographed by Jane Torville, part of one of the most successful partnerships in skating history. Medals are awarded for each individual distance and in the relays, so it's going to be a hectic schedule for all the competitors who'll have to display a mix of strength, endurance and, of course, speed if they want to be on top of the rostrum. The men's and women's overall champions will be crowned later today. The 2 skaters who have accumulated most championship points from the 4 distances they skate are destined to take the big prize. Just under 2.5 laps to go now for Joanna Williams, the teenager in the lead in this heat. Only the top 2 to go through to the semi-final stage. Debbie Palmer, unfortunately, knocked out in the previous heat. Now, can Joanna do it?
Yes, I think she can, Paul. All she's got to do now is keep her composure, stay nice and smooth, not to panic, and I don't think they're going to beat her. I think they're too far behind.
Joanna Williams is going to do it. The other teenager, Katja Zini from Italy, the second qualifier, and that really was a tremendous skate by Joanna Williams, a real feather in her cap to make a World Championship semi-final. Well, that's the lineup for semi-final number 2 of the men's 1500 metres. Anne of China, Tarao of Japan, Matt Jasper of Great Britain, Nishitani of Japan, Nikki Gooch and Lai of China. This is a real tough race for the British competitors. Away we go, no mishaps. But Karen, with 2 Chinese skaters in there, 2 Japanese and 2 British, well, I have to say, the odds look a little bit stacked against Matt Jasper and Nikki Gooch. They're really going to have to skate one of the best races of their lives.
Yes, Paul, I think what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to look out for some team skating here. I think the Asian nations, they're quite renowned for it, so I think our boys are going to have to keep control and watch out for them.
Well, the pace very slow, and Matt Jasper and Nikki Gooch, I wonder if they're going to skate as a team as well. It'll be very interesting to see. So, number 22, Nikki Gooch, Olympic bronze medalist at 500 metres back in 1994, as the pace all of a sudden begins to hot up. And Tarao, one of the most consistent skaters in the world, the Japanese skater, has taken the lead. Now, they're really hunting in packs at the moment, and they've just got to be very, very careful. The pace is changing all the time, so there are obviously tactics going on out there.
There's lots of tactics going on, and I think just if our boys can just keep their cool, just stay nice and composed, this is Nicky's best distance. He's got a really good chance of getting through here, Paul.
He's been skating very well in training. He's looking confident here. Jasper back in 4th place. And it's only 2 to go through to the semi-final stage. Gooch, Tarao, then one of the Chinese skaters who are always dangerous in this sort of competition, Matt Jasper, just trying to move through on the inside, but blocked out once again. It's Japan, Britain, China, and there's the second Chinese skater coming through. And that was Lai, the world champion, the defending champion who's hit the front. Nikki Gooch in Gooch is gone! That was a very heavy fall indeed, and Matt Jasper now finds himself in last place. That's terrible for British speed skating.
That's a great shame. He was skating so well, and he was really in a good qualifying position. He just lost an edge.
Very disappointing indeed for Nikki Gooch, and I don't think Matt Jasper's going to qualify either. Look at this. Tarao comes around, lies inside, and Tarao wins it. China in second, through the world champion from last year, and that was a race full of drama. Oh, disappointment for Nikki Gooch. He finishes the race, but he must be absolutely devastated by that. Just what he didn't want in his first outing in these World Championships. He didn't seem to be in any trouble, Karen. His feet just went.
Yeah, he just basically, he just went right over on his left foot, and he lost his left edge, and it just completely went.
Well, there's the result of that 1500 meters. Terao, superb skater. The Japanese goes through 226.43. Lai, the defending champion, in second place. The two qualifiers, and Matt Jasper finishes in fifth. Gooch sixth.
Nikki, to you first of all, how are you feeling after that smash?
Very disappointed. Got a bit of a knock on the head. Felt quite hard, but the race was going well for me, and I felt very good. And yeah, I'm just really annoyed with myself.
How much an effect did that have on you, Matt?
Oh, it inspired me immensely. No, you see your teammate go down. Nicky's actually the stronger of the pair of us in the 1500, so I'd like to be able to maybe help him qualify, but that was, in a race like that, it was very tight, a lot of overtaking. It does take your mind a little bit off the race, but I was focused out at the block, so maybe it did take more concentration than I knew.
And now the semi-final in the women's 1500 metres. Joanne Williams with a real task on her hands. It would be remarkable if the teenager could make a world championship final at this stage in her career. Well, some very tough competitors here for Joanne, including Zhu of Korea, Yang, twice the world champion, the defending world champion this year of China, Solomatina of the Ukraine, Stephanie Bouvier, France's best skater, and Wang of China as well, silver medalist in these World Championships back in 1998. But what about Joanna Williams? She has done so well to reach the semi-final.
Yeah, it's got to be a great confidence booster for her, and she has had a brilliant season to date. She just recently finished fifth in the Junior World Championships. So, if anything, this is going to be a great race of experience.
Well, a real contrast to her heat, where she took it out from the front, almost from the gun. Now the pace is beginning to hot up, though, and these are the stages in the races, Karen, where if you really do lose it, you could lose it in the middle of the race if you just lapse in concentration just for a moment.
That's right, Paul. You've got to really stay focused at this point and really hang on in there.
Well, Joanna gaining an experience all the time, but she's back in fifth place at the moment. Stephanie Bouvier, the French skater, unfancied, one says, to go through to the final, but she's taking on the Chinese, including Yang, twice the world champion, and Joanne trying to get round the outside. That could be dangerous, but she's moved up a place. She's in fourth. Bouvier leads, China second and third, then Korea, then Joanna Williams. The Ukrainian Solomatina right at the back. 6 laps to go in Joanne Williams' semi-final for the 1500 metres, and the pace is getting faster and faster all the time.
Yeah, I think with it getting faster, and I think that the early stages of the race, tactically she's suffering a little bit with inexperience with these other girls, but she's still holding her own.
Well, she's got the world champion in the lead, Yang, Wang in second place. Then the very good young Korean, Minjin Zhu of Korea in third. Bouvier in fourth, and Joanne Williams back in fifth place. She mustn't get stranded there. They're coming up to the final stages. Just over 200 meters to go. At the moment, it looks like an all-Asian affair. Yang in the lead, and then comes Zhu on the outside. Another brilliant teenager. They take the bell. Getting faster and faster all the time. They're lapping at around 11 seconds per lap, and that is really motoring. Yang looks as though she's going to win it. Zhu in second place. Yes, they're the two qualifiers. Joanna Williams lost it, really, in the last 400 meters. She finishes a distance sixth, but nevertheless, a fine performance by the Aldwych base skater. And there's confirmation of that result. The defending champion looking very good in this first day of qualification for the World Speed Skating Championships. And Zhu, only 16 years old, in second place.
Well, Joe, probably mixed feelings for you after that. Pleased to have got through to the semis, but a rather frustrating race for you.
Yeah, I panicked a bit in the semi. The French girl moved to the front, and I thought, oh, I've got to quickly get to the front now, make sure I'm in the right pack, and I spent too many laps on the outside when it was at speed. Really, I should have waited for them to calm down and then made my move.
And so our first final of the evening, the men's 1500 meters, 2 Canadians, a Japanese, 2 Koreans, and a brilliant Chinese skater, Lai, who of course is the defending champion from last year. Well, right on the inside, Francois-Louis Tremblay, number 6. And look at the pace of these skaters at the moment. I promise you, when they've finished their 13.5 laps of the track, they'll be going much faster than this. But Tremblay, well, he's got his teammate, Eric Bedard, a brilliant Canadian, wearing number 7, as already Min of Korea brings the pace up to something far more respectable. And he split the field wide apart there.
He's actually the current junior world record at the moment, Paul, and he's got nothing to lose by giving these guys a run for their money.
Well, of the 2 Canadians, Bedard, who's in 2nd place, in fact, goes into 1st place now. He's in brilliant form. His training has been going so well. He's already an Olympic gold medalist when Canada won the relay back in Nagano 2 years ago. So he's one of the most experienced skaters at these championships, and already being joined in 3rd place there by Francois-Louis Tremblay. But these Asian skaters are brilliant when they're on form, and there's no doubt about the fact that Min, despite his youth, is really putting it to the Canadians. He's just sitting back there in 3rd place at the moment with the Japanese Satoru Terao. So here we go. They're winding it up. It really is cat and mouse, but I don't know what's happened to Lai and Kim. Oh, the defending champion is way back. He's about half a lap down, and it looks as though when Min produced that burst of speed, I was keeping my attention on the leading group, and Lai, the defending champion, and the Olympic champion, Kim of Korea, over 1,000 meters, are blown way out of this final. So it's down to this group of 4 to decide who takes gold, silver and bronze. 2 Canadians, a Korean, and the Japanese skater Terao, who's just getting off the pace a bit at the moment. And this is building up to be a fascinating finish.
Yeah, Min's really going for it now. I think with the other 2 guys, I think they made a little bit of tactical error. I think they let them go, and they let them go too far, and were able to catch them up.
Well, it's going to be very hard for Lai to defend his title now, though there are 3 more distances to skate. Now, where is this first gold medal going to go? It's Min at the moment in the lead. Bedard in 2nd place. The Korean gets it. Canada 2nd. Oh, what a fantastic race. And Terao of Japan, I think, just nicked 3rd on a photograph on the line. Well, what a moment for this young fella. Rayong Min of Korea. He's now the senior world champion, and Bedard is absolutely delighted with his silver medal. There we have confirmation of those medal positions. What a wonderful skate by the youngster from Korea. 2 minutes 23.098 for the gold medal. Eric Bedard of Canada gets the silver, and Terao of Japan the bronze.
Eric, congratulations. You seem very pleased with your silver medal.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, because before I don't do a good 1500 meter in this year. So when the Canadian trial I do a good one, I finish 2nd. So it's a good race for me. I start a good competition.
And that was a skate of real maturity by Min of Korea, who takes the 34 points. Former junior champion. I wonder if he can win the senior championship this year. Bedard in 2nd place with 21. Terao in 3rd with 13. And the defending champion is down in 5th place. It's a lineup full of quality for our next final. The women's 1500 meters. Park of Korea, Annie Perot of Canada, Zhu of Korea, a teenager, just 16. Yang, the defending champion of China, Anne of Korea, and Radanova of Bulgaria. Well, right on the inside, number 45 on the helmet, Haiwan Park, 5th in World Cup competition as, well, another final gets underway at a very slow pace indeed. But I think this is a very open competition. Of course, the defending champion is there, Yang. We've got a real sprinter in Annie Perot, the Canadian, who's the Olympic champion over 500 meters. And the form during the heats, well, it hasn't shown us an out-and-out favourite just yet as the pace begins to hot up.
No, I think we need to keep an eye on Yang, though. She's currently ranked number 1 in this distance, so I think she will be the favourite, but I don't think Park will be too far behind. She's 2nd in the junior rankings.
Well, the hopes as far as Europe are concerned, Radanova of Bulgaria, she's recently broken the world record for the 500 meters, and Radanova is down in 5th place at the moment as the pace drops again. So, around about 1,000 meters to go at the moment, and here we go once again. They're really playing games. Yang trying to control it at the front, but right through on the inside there, another brilliant Korean, Sangmi An, just 5 feet 2 inches tall. She's absolutely tiny, but she's full of power.
Yeah, I think as well what we're seeing is a little bit of tactics from the Koreans. If you watch her, she keeps going out quite fast, and I think what she's trying to do is get the rest of the pack to go with her to tire them out and get her teammate through.
Well, of course, there are 3 Koreans there, and that must boost their confidence enormously. Working as a team is not allowed, actually, in these sort of skating competitions, as Yang tries to go through on the inside. And look at this, the Bulgarian Radanova goes through. She's one of the most powerful women skaters I've ever seen. And that makes her brilliant over 500 meters. I wonder what she's got over the longer distance. Bulgaria leads, Korea in 2nd place. The defending champion, Yang. And she nearly went through into the lead there. Ahead of Park. Yang's got a bit of work to do. She's going to take maximum points and a gold medal here in the 1500 meters. Under 200 meters to go. The field is really split out. Radanova back in 3rd place for Bulgaria. There goes the bell. It's Park. Yang, the defending champion, in 2nd place, and the Chinese skater goes through on the inside. That was absolutely brilliant. Yang's going to win it. Park in 2nd place, and Zhu just beats Radanova for the bronze medal. The Bulgarian lost it by a whisker, but the defending champion is absolutely delighted with that skate. Yet another gold medal. What a superb performance. And this overtaking maneuver is really what did it for her.
Yeah, she just waited. She waited for the right time, and she came in nice and tight. And she shows her class for sure.
And the bronze medal, oh, so close. And here is the result. It is Yang, of course, that gets the gold medal. Park in 2nd, and Zhu just beating the Bulgarian for the bronze. Well, that means maximum points, of course, for the defending champion, and that is just the start the Chinese team and the defending champion would have wanted. Park in 2nd place, and Zhu, of course, in 3rd. Radanova, a great start for her. Well, it's the sprinters who are out on the track next, and this is the 3rd heat of the men's 500 metres. Klein of New Zealand, Tremblay of Canada, Matt Jasper for Great Britain, and Anne of China. And that is the Canadian Tremblay, who finished 4th in the 1500 metres, and he gets off to a cracking start. Anne of China in 2nd place. Matt Jasper's got some work to do here, but Matt Jasper is such a good sprinter.
Yeah, he can really hang on to this Paul, and if he doesn't get through into 2nd, then he can go for a fastest 3rd.
Well, this certainly is a fast pace they're setting, by far and away the best heat we've seen so far, and it's still Canada in 1st place. As far as Jonathan Klein of New Zealand is concerned, he's way back at the moment. It's between these 3. Coming up to the bell, Tremblay leads, and in 2nd place, and Matt Jasper trying to go through on the inside. Oh, dear me, he's lost about a couple of meters in that final turn there. Tremblay wins it, and 2nd, and Matt Jasper will have to wait and see. But the good news is, it is a very fast time. And confirmation of that result, 42.79. That is brilliant by the Canadian. And Jasper will have to sweat it out and see if he can go through as a fastest loser. Well, here we go with Nicky Gooch. This is the distance, 500 meters, where he won his bronze medal in the Olympic Games back in 1994. But it is going to be a very tough heat for him. And they get away to a cracking start. They've just seen the fastest heat with Matt Jasper in it. So they're very conscious of this fastest loser situation. It's the American who goes into the lead. Apollo Ono, he's just 17 years old, the reigning world junior champion. The Korean in 2nd place, Dong-Sung Kim, an Olympic champion over 1,000 meters. Oh, Gooch is gone! Oh, my goodness, he's done it again. And that will be so disappointing for the whole British team.
Yeah, it's terrible. Again, he was skating so well, and again he just went in too tight, and his edge just went away from him.
So it's Ono, the American, who's having a very good skate here, with Kim just ahead of Dave Versteeg, a former world record holder over 500 meters. So the Dutch skater run out of it. Ono there, well, shaking his head. Didn't like that, but what on earth happened to Nicky Gooch?
He just leant over too far, and the right edge just went right away from him.
Well, one can only imagine how he must feel now. And there is the result. Ono 43.55, considerably slower than Matt Jasper's heat. Kim in second place, and they go through to the quarterfinals.
So now it's all on the 1,000. Does that put extra mental pressure on you, or you just have to take one event at a time?
Yeah, I mean, it does put a little bit extra pressure, but I'm basically trying to take one race at a time. That's one of the problems I've had in the past, is I'm thinking about the finals too far ahead. So I'm just taking one race at a time. As the coach said to me today, he said, you're as good as these skaters, as long as you stay on your feet, you'll be all right. So I just got to stay on my feet a little longer.
Well, let's hope Joanna Williams can stay on her feet in this heat of the women's 500 meters. The big competition is going to come from Amy Peterson of the USA, bronze medalist in this event in the Olympic Games back in 1994. Joanna Williams, second to the outside, didn't get away to a very good start, and in 500 meter sprinting, the start is so important.
Yeah, it's crucial, especially at this level. But she has got a decent race, so she still could work her way up the pack.
Well, I think she's going to be finding it a little bit difficult. You need a lot of strength and power, and well, with the 1,500 meter races yesterday, perhaps just lacking that edge. But I'm sure she'll give it her all. It's Amy Peterson, one of the most experienced skaters here. She's 28 years old now. Olga Danilov of Israel, former Russian, in second place. And they take the bell, just over 100 meters to go now. Peterson just easing down. She knows she's got qualification to go through to the quarterfinal. And Joanna Williams, I'm afraid, way back. She's got no chance now. Peterson gets it. Danilov in second place, 47.22 seconds. Amy Peterson really is a powerful skater, won that heat comfortably. Just rounded down to 47.21, and Danilov, a surprise qualifier, in second place. Williams just out of it in third. And now we have heat 5 of the ladies 500 meters, the British record holder, Debbie Palmer, in lane 2. But she's got a lot of competition if she's going to become one of the top 2 to make it through. Right on the inside, number 33. And that is Tanaka of Japan. She's actually based in Nagano. And next to her, Debbie Palmer. So away we go. Debbie Palmer, she doesn't strike me as being a real natural sprinter. And she's just got herself tucked into third place here. I think it would be a major achievement if she can make it through.
Yeah, she's got a very tough race. That she didn't get a very good seeding for this particular race. She can just hang on in there. Anything can happen.
Well, it's got to happen now. There's not far to go now. Just over 200 meters to go. Wang of China leads. Second overall in the World Championships 2 years ago. Just behind her, very good Japanese skater as well, Tanaka. Debbie Palmer's got a lot of work to do now. She's trying to go through on the inside, but in fact she goes wide. And she lost another couple of meters there. She's not going to make it. She'll finish in third. Wang gets it, then Tanaka, then Debbie Palmer. Well, almost an identical situation has happened in Joanna Williams' race. The start was not good, and she paid the price. There is the result. Wang 45.99. That is a very good time indeed. And Tanaka, the next qualifier. Well, there is going to be a bonus for the crowd here. The news is that Matt Jasper has qualified for the quarterfinals as the fastest loser. And here is the lineup for Matt's heat. Terao of Japan, Anne of China, Kodera of the Ukraine, and then Matt Jasper on the outside. Well, Satoru Terao, silver in the World Championships in 1999, goes straight into the lead. And they're not messing about here. This is going to be so fast. Two Japanese skaters with so much experience, and Matt Jasper getting in a tangle there. Well, I'm sure the judges will have a look at that, and he could be in danger of disqualification.
Yeah, I think that one was a bit close, Paul. I think you're right with the disqualification on that one.
We'll have to wait and see, but meanwhile, two skaters are away. It's Terao and Yulong An as they take the bell. And out in front there, you've got Terao, who won the silver last year, and an Olympic silver medalist in the Chinese skater An. And they're safely through to the semi-finals. Terao so consistent, he's done it again. And a little bow to the crowd too, but confirmation that Matt Jasper was indeed disqualified. And now to our next track final, the women's 500 meters. World record holder Radanova on the inside for Bulgaria. Yang of China, Perot of Canada, Olympic gold medalist Zhu of Korea, and Anne of Korea. Oh, there's a faller right at the gun. Annie Perreault, the Olympic champion, is down. Oh, what a start for the Canadian. That was terrible. And they're taking advantage of it. Radanova, the world record holder, is trying to get away. The remarkable story about this one is that Yang Yang, who won the 1500 meters, well, we've got a Yang Yang here, but it's not the same one. So China full of talent. And in fact, it's Yang Yang S in second place behind Radanova. Radanova is really flying. This is some skater.
Yeah, she skated brilliantly over the 500 metres. Current world record holder. I think Yang Yang is going to have some trouble to beat her here, Paul.
They're on the final lap, and she's so powerful over this distance. Yang Yang tries to get through on the inside, but she can't. So Radanova takes gold for Bulgaria, her first senior world championship, and right back at the start, it was Annie Perreault, the Canadian, who fell flying. And there are the medalists in the ladies' 500 meters. Radanova 44.62 seconds, Yang the silver and the bronze.
Evgenia, congratulations. Did you expect to win the 500 meters?
No, I want to win, but you know, sometimes you feel that you can and sometimes you feel that you cannot. But I have a little chance with the first start position, and I think that when we skated, I can do it.
Well, she looked exhausted, didn't she? But she'll be delighted when she sees the overall standings at the halfway stage for the Women's Championship. Radanova leads by some margin over Yang Yang A, who won the 1500 meters, and Park of Korea. Well, I've got a feeling the men's 500 meters could be flat out all the way. Bedard of Canada, one of the favorites, and Terao of Japan, he will be there too. But Yulong An of China, well, he was the Olympic silver medalist 2 years ago. And right on the inside, Eric Bedard of Canada got a flyer. He really did. And Daniel Weinstein in the United States, a teenager, he's going well too.
Yeah, Paul, it's a class field, but I think Bedard is really strong this weekend, and the 500 metres is his distance.
Well, let's wait and see. Just under 3 laps to go. Weinstein in second place, Terao in third, and the Chinese An is not making any impression at the moment. In fact, it's about 3 meters off the back. This time they take the bell. Bedard has controlled it from the gun. Can he win it now? Who's going to get silver and bronze? Bedard it still is. Under 100 meters left. Bedard, Weinstein in Terao. Oh, he's got it. Arms aloft. A silver medal in the 1500 meters, but now Canada get gold. That was a superb display of skating. Bedard, a brilliant skate. 42.009, one of the fastest times ever to win the 500 meters. And that means that Bedard goes way top of the overall standings at the halfway stage. Min of Korea in second place, and Terao, Mr. Consistency, in third place. And Great Britain in second place with just 4 laps to go behind the United States. Leon Flack, this great youngster, now trying to go through on the inside. Just 2 more changes to come. Here goes Matt Jasper. Only 2 to make it through to the final. Matt Jasper, his next handover will be to Nikki Gooch. And Nikki's day today, and yesterday, if it comes to that, has been very disappointing. Just under 200 meters left. Nikki Gooch through on the inside on the Japanese skater. USA lead. Japan have gone back into second, and that's bad news for Great Britain. Nikki Gooch looking tired. He's trying to go through on the inside once again. Oh, he's gone, he's gone. Oh, my goodness. Well, what a 2 days it's been for Nikki Gooch. The USA and Japan go through to the final of the 5,000 meter relay. And Gooch finds himself down on the ice for the 3rd time in these championships. Tremendous skate by the USA, and they're real medal contenders now. But Great Britain, they will not make it through to the final. For old Nikki Gooch.
It's a great shame. They were skating so brilliant. I mean, it was such a brilliant race. It was just neck and neck the whole way.
Well, he just seemed to catch one of the skaters, whether it was from behind. Yes, it was. It was the Korean who took him away, but it was too late. Another big fall for Nikki Gooch. Well, a big disappointment, but 2 individual events to go for Gooch on the last day of competition. The penultimate individual event, the 1,000 metres, proved to be just as tough on British competitors as the previous races. British record holder Debbie Palmer was knocked out in the heats. It's been a disappointing week for her. But 18-year-old Joanna Williams fared better. She made it through to the quarterfinals but looked exhausted, finishing fourth, having led early on in the 9-lap race. An almost predictable lineup for this final. Yang Yang A from China, Zhu from Korea, Yang Yang S from China, and Park from Korea. The world record holder Yang Yang A from China, and probably the favourite not just to take this title, the 1,000 metres, but possibly the overall title once again. In fact, it would be her third victory. Min-Jin Zhu from Korea, bronze medalist already in these championships in the 1,500 metres. The smallest lady in this final. She's absolutely tiny, just about 5 feet 1 inches tall, but a terrific skater. Yang Yang S from China, silver medalist in the 500 metres, a real sprinter. Very confident skater as well. And completing the lineup, Hye-won Park from Korea, silver medalist in the 1,500 metres. That's been her highlight of this championship so far. 9 laps of this track. Now, what will the tactics be? So far, in the preliminary rounds, it's always been slow to start with, and then it builds. The final of the women's 1,000 metres, and a very, very slow start. Oh, it really is pedestrian, Karen.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be quite tactical. Yang Yang's got a lot at stake at this one. She's actually currently lying in second place overall. The leader isn't in the race, so she's going to be wanting to get some crucial points in this one.
Well, we've been told in some of the biographical information that we get that the reason they're called Yang Yang A and Yang Yang S is because of the month of the year they were born in. Exactly the same name. And boy, are they terrific skaters. And at the moment, it's Park of Korea who leads. Yang Yang A in second place, then Zhu, then Yang Yang S. And there's a lot to go for here. The top 8 scorers from all 3 individual events they've contested so far will make it through to the 3,000 metres, and that will decide the overall World Championship. So this is a very important race for all 4 skaters who are on the leaderboard in terms of points at the moment.
Yeah, I think Yang Yang A looks like she's going to be getting ready now to make her move. And she's looking really strong and comfortable.
Just under 3 laps to go. Park leads from Zhu. Then Yang Yang A, the defending world champion, trying to come through on the inside, and she does it brilliantly. She's done that before in these championships, and she does it so well. That was a brilliant piece of skating. They come up now to take the bell. Yang Yang A leads. In second place is Park. Just behind her is Zhu. Now who's going to get it? Yang Yang A is going to be the world champion. There's been a faller. It was Park who fell. Well, all the drama happened in the last 30 metres. Oh, that was a very heavy fall indeed for Hye-won Park. And perhaps she's seen any hopes she has of getting the World Championship disappear in that final. The gold medal for the 1,000 metres goes to Yang Yang A, and now she certainly will be favourite for the 1,000 metres. The closing stages, Karen, was so dramatic.
Yeah, it was spectacular. As you can see, it's Park there who's just taken quite a bad fall. She twisted her shoulder around and gone right down. That's a hard one.
It was a big fall. She just tried too hard. The crossover on the skate, she got tangled up. There was nobody else involved in that fall. And thank goodness she's all right. The World Championship gold medal for the ladies 1,000 metres goes to Yang Yang A, 1 minute 40.363, and Yang Yang S finishing in second place, her second silver medal of these championships. Matt Jasper's championship ended in disqualification, very close to the finishing line. He was certainly in the toughest of all the heats, including the defending champion Lai of China and this year's 500-metre gold medalist Eric Bedard of Canada. Real mixed fortunes for Nicky Gooch, but he has made the semi-final of the men's 1,000 metres along with Weinstein of the USA, Anne of China, Lee of China, and then Nicky Gooch. The second semi-final of the men's 1,000 metres, 9 laps of this circuit. Two very good Chinese skaters just inside him. Wearing number 11 is Li, the defending overall champion. And he's joined by Anne, who was 4th in the 500 meters earlier on. And this fellow right at the front, Daniel Weinstein, the American, he won a silver medal in the 500 meters. The Americans skating very well in these championships, aren't they?
They are. They're skating brilliant. It's been some time since we've seen the American boys come up so good. But in this race, Nicky's really got to keep himself composed. There's going to be no room for error in this race.
Well, all of a sudden, the pace picks up. 6 laps to go. Just 2 athletes, 2 skaters will make it through to the final. And what a final that's going to be. Nicky Gooch just a wee bit off the pace at the moment, trying to go through on the inside, just biding his time. And the speed is increasing all the time.
It's increasing, and Nicky's going to have trouble getting up the inside of that Chinese guy. He's really holding his track.
Oh, Nicky Gooch nearly fell there, and again just manages to hold it. Weinstein's gone, and Nicky Gooch goes back into 3rd place by a long, long way, and that leaves the 2 Chinese skaters with free ice in front of them. Li, the defending champion, leads. Anne in 2nd place. Nicky Gooch is about 10 meters behind, and that is it. He won't progress any further than this semi-final. He won't make the last event as one of the top 8 scorers in the championship. So Gooch's championships are over for the year 2000. Li qualifies and goes through as well, and Nicky Gooch a disconsolate 3rd.
Yeah, I think there could possibly be some disqualification there. He dug his toe in, and he's took the American guy clean out.
And Nicky Gooch has been disqualified. Very disappointing, and that means that Weinstein makes it through to the final as well. And as a result of Nicky Gooch impeding Weinstein of the United States, that means there will be 5 finalists in the men's 1,000 meters.
Nicky, a frustrating way to finish off with a disqualification, but I guess you could look at it, you made it to the semis at least.
Yeah, I felt I should have made the final. I was skating well enough. I just dug my toe in. I mean, that's what it takes. It's a small mistake and it's finished. And that's what caused a big upset, so that's what I got disqualified for. Yeah, it's tough racing. I'm pleased I've skated well. I mean, within myself, I know I'm skating well, and that's good for next year. But yeah, I'm disappointed not to make the final because I felt I was good enough.
What do you made about the standard of the competition, the championships throughout?
It's been odd this year. I haven't felt there's been anyone outstanding. Normally there's 1 or 2 skaters here that are outstanding, and doesn't matter what they do, they come through. There isn't anyone here that can do that, and that's why it's disappointing for me, is because I'm skating well and there was no one I felt out there that could beat me. So, you know, the standard is always very high, but there was no one outstanding this year. So it was a good opportunity for me to do well.
At the end of the championships now, have you done as well as you hoped that you might?
No, not really. I mean, I'm skating as well. I feel really good within myself. It's in my head. It's holding it together in the head and staying calm and not making mistakes. I'm skating well enough. I just didn't get the result I feel I can get.
So what's next for you?
A little bit of a break. Yeah, this is the end of the season for us. I'll take a few weeks of very light training, basically resting, before I'll start my program for next year, which will be the preparation year before the Olympics. So yeah, let's go again in a few weeks' time.
The full lineup for the men's 1,000 meter final. Bedard of Canada, the favorite. Li, the defending champion. Anne of China. Tremblay of Canada. And Daniel Weinstein of the United States. A tremendous reception for Eric Bedard of Canada. He's had a great championship. A silver medal in the 1,500 meters, the first event, but then a superb gold medal in the 500. Zhaijun Lai of China, the defending overall world champion. Bedard, much the bigger man, much the stronger. Yulong An from China. Not as an illustrious record as Lai, but he's still a very fine skater. Francois-Louis Tremblay from Canada joins Eric Bedard. And this guy has been improving all the time throughout the 3 days of these championships. And the biggest man in this final, certainly the tallest, Daniel Weinstein of the United States of America. Silver medalist in the 500, a tremendous sprinter. Well, once again, 9 laps of this track to decide the gold medalist for the men's 1,000 meters. Well, Weinstein is always a quick starter, and he's done it again. He's gone into the lead, but just through on the inside, wearing the red cap, the cover across his helmet, now in 3rd place. Eric Bedard is the overall points leader. And it's Tremblay who's gone into the lead now. He's being followed by Yulong An, and then comes Eric Bedard. Bedard, certainly by far and away the best skater in these championships so far. Through on the inside, Tremblay. Right through on the inside, and there's a problem. The 2 Canadians have gone. And now the championship is wide open. And so the 2 Chinese skaters have got away. Zhai Junlai leads. He's the defending overall champion. I bet he can't believe his luck. He's lapping Eric Bedard now. Lai is being followed by An Yulong, and Daniel Weinstein is about 5 or 6 meters back in 3rd place. That's the other Canadian. Oh, what drama, Karen.
Yeah, it's terrible for Eric. I think he did have his work cut out in that particular race, but on there he just lost his concentration, dived right in on the bend, and unfortunately took his teammate out with him.
Well, Daniel Weinstein is back in 3rd place there. Looks as though he could pick up a bronze medal here. I don't think there's any chance of catching these 2 brilliant Chinese skaters as they come round to the bell. Weinstein reinstated into this final because he was impeded by Nicky Gooch in the semis. So here we go. The race is on for the line now. Is it Lai, the defending champion? Yes, it is. He gets gold. And in 2nd place, Weinstein, the bronze. And we'll just have to wait and see till the very last event of these championships, the 3,000 meters, as to whether Eric Bedard can become overall champion, or will it be this man, Zhai Junlai of China, the gold medalist in the 1,000. Well, Eric Bedard, he's got a little bit of time to compose himself now, Karen, before the 3,000. What has he got to do?
Well, he's got to win the 3,000 metres. As you can see now, he's just gone in. He's just much too tight. He's just took out everybody else in that race there. So, yeah, even the American guy got tangled up in that one.
Well, a crushing blow for the Canadians. Daniel Weinstein, remarkable that he managed to get back on his skates. Bedard is far too experienced a skater to have tried that maneuver. He just took his own man out, and that was very hard indeed. So Bedard, he'll certainly be in the 3,000 meters, but who on earth is going to become overall world champion?
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a disqualification in this race for the second Eric Bedard.
Well, not surprising at all, Karen, that Eric Bedard has been disqualified for this maneuver. It was a bad one.
It was. There was absolutely no room for him to get through there. Very, very dangerous. He's going to have to win the 3,000 now if he's got any chance of winning the overall title.
Well, that disqualification means no points for Eric Bedard, and that will be a real problem if he wants to win the overall championships. Big points and the gold medal for Lai of China, the victor in the 1,000 meters, and gets the silver. And Daniel Weinstein of the USA, his 2nd medal of these championships. And so after 3 days of competition and 3 individual gold medals that have been awarded so far, the top 7 men and women who have scored the most number of points in the championship so far will line up for the final event, the 3,000 meters. The reason there are only 7 instead of the prescribed 8 men is because Dong-Sun Kim of Korea, former Olympic champion, was very badly injured yesterday, and his championship are over. And only 7 women have scored in this event in Sheffield. 10 laps to go in the last individual event of these World Championships, and it's Sang Mi-an of Korea who's miles ahead of the rest, wearing number 43, and she's about to lap the leading group, which is being led at the moment by the overall leader wearing the yellow helmet, and that is Yang Yang A from China, going for a 3-time win in the overall classification of the World Championships. And the confusing thing now, Karen, is that Sang Mi-an, who's right at the back of that group, is in fact a lap ahead.
She is, but unfortunately there's no way she can actually win the competition, and it all rests on the four first girls in the lineup at the moment. If you watch, they're all watching each other. They're the medal contenders at this point.
Coming round now with 6 laps to go. Number 46, Min Jin-ju, bronze medalist in the 1500 meters, is leading. Yang Yang-a wearing the red helmet, which means she is the points classification leader, rather like the yellow jersey in the Tour de France. And right at the back of that group is Sang Mi-an. Remarkably, she is actually a lap ahead of the rest in this race. And so, whereas the rest are now going around with 2.5 laps to go, she's got 1. She's probably going to win this 3,000 meters, but it doesn't really matter. It's the overall classification that's so important. And Yang Yang-a, just behind Haiwan Park, is really picking the pace up now. Absolutely fascinating. And all the attention at the moment is who is going to become the overall champion rather than the 3,000 meter champion. They've got 1 lap to go, just over 1.5, and the leader on this side of the track getting the bell out of shot, and there's been a faller. Yang Yang-a surely now is away and clear. Min Jin-ju has gone down, the Korean. We have a winner of the individual event, but here comes the overall world champion 3 years in a row. Yang Yang-a from China is the overall short track speed skating champion of the world, and that is some record.
That is a brilliant skate by her. It was unfortunate for Radnova, though. She was coming on really strong, and unfortunately her leg just went, and so, I mean, who would have known if she'd have stayed on her feet?
Well, Sang Mi-an, the record will show that she is the 3,000 meter champion of the world, and will get a gold medal for that, but absolutely exhausted after a hectic schedule of events. But there we have the most brilliant woman skater in the world at the moment, Yang Yang-a of China, for the 3rd time in a row. And certainly consistency, the name of the game in speed skating. Anne of Korea wins the 3,000 meters, and Yang Yang-a in 2nd place lifts the overall title for the 3rd year in succession. Annie Perrault, former gold medalist in the Olympic Games for 500 meters, was 3rd. A brilliant result for Yang Yang-a. 3 years in a row she's lifted the overall championship of the world. 89 points, that's a huge total. Anne of Korea takes silver, and Yang Yang-a follows up last year's silver medal with a bronze for the year 2000. 10 laps to go now in the last men's track event of these championships, the 3,000 meters, and the pace has really slowed. Very, very quick to start, and it'll be interesting to see what the overall time is. And certainly the pace has dropped dramatically. And suddenly, right on the inside, Yulong An of China heads his teammate, the defending champion, Zhaijun Li. They're in 1st and 2nd place. Then Daniel Weinstein of the United States, then the overall points leader, Eric Bedard of Canada, wearing the red helmet. And it's very important to see why he's in 4th place at the moment. He'll be tracking Lee, his nearest rival. 34 points are at stake for the winner as Weinstein goes through on the outside. Then it goes 21, 13, 8, 5, 3, 2, 1. And we've calculated that if Bedard finishes no lower than 3rd, or possibly even 4th in this race, he is assured of his 1st overall world championship. Weinstein leads. Lee, the defending champion, in 2nd place. Then Eric Bedard. And I think at the moment, Karen, Bedard is doing it just right.
Yeah, he's looking very strong. He knows that he wants to really beat Lee in this one. But Weinstein's looking really strong as well, so he's a man to watch for a medal contention.
Just under 3 laps to go. It's really winding up now. The defending champion going for gold. Bedard at the moment, well, he's 3 places back, and he's got to pick off at least one of those guys if he wants to get his 1st world championship. The Korean going round the outside is Min. Min's got it. Oh, and I think Eric Bedard may have blown it. Min leads. Lee in 2nd place, Weinstein in 3rd. A brilliant skate for him. Bedard is absolutely shattered as he goes over the line, takes off his helmet immediately. That's a tremendous victory for Min. Now then, who is the new world champion? There's the big question. 34 points there for Min, and I think Lee, the defending champion, may have just got it, but that is unofficial. But this man had victory in his grasp, and he blew it over the last 3 or 4 laps.
Yeah, and with the disqualification in the 1,000 metres, unfortunately, he left himself too much to do, knowing that really he's more of a natural sprinter than a long-distance skater.
And surprise, surprise, it looks as though Rai Young Min of Korea has become champion. And it looks at the minute as well as though it was at the expense of Eric Bedard of Canada, who up until this race was the best skater in these championships by far. Korea have been superb in both men's and women's competition throughout these championships. And this is where it all took off for Rai Young Min. The defending champion Lee in 2nd place now, as the Korean took the long way around. Weinstein there in 3rd place. He's had a very, very good championship indeed. And the Americans are becoming a big force in short track speed skating. Rai Young Min is the champion. There's the official result. The time doesn't really matter. 5:02.496. The end of a very busy weekend for Min. Lee, the defending champion, just lost it. And Weinstein takes the bronze. And there is confirmation that Min is the overall world champion by just 5 points. That's one of the slimmest margins in short track, ahead of Eric Bedard of Canada. So disappointed to finish badly in that 3,000 meters. And the defending champion from last year, Lee of China, this time has to be satisfied with a bronze medal. Just 4 laps to go, and we're watching the Canadians, who are in 3rd place at the moment. There was a bit of a spill earlier on, and the real hard drive for home now between China and Korea, the 2 most successful speed skating nations in the world on short track. They're just about to lap the Canadians. The Koreans leading at the moment. This will probably be the last changeover, and to bring it home is Choi for Korea. Chasing is the overall world women's champion Yang Yang of China. This is going to be a fantastic finish to this 3,000 meter relay. Yang Yang trying to go around the outside, and they're both gone. Oh my goodness, and that leaves the Canadians free. They're trying to get back in the race. They're all over the place, in fact. And the cameraman's even lost his place. Canada come through to win it, and they can't believe it. Well, I wonder whether there will be an objection. That's the overall women's champion, Yang Yang. Well, she looks delighted. She looks very pleased. Maybe they know something we don't. They're going to do a lap of honor. I wonder if there's going to be a disqualification, and Korea have taken the Chinese out, but they will be awarded the title. It was on the last lap. What do you think, Karen?
Well, I'm not really sure about that one, Paul. I think we'd have to see the replay on that. It was action-packed, that last lap. The competitiveness between these 2 nations, but it's possible that the Koreans may get disqualified for taking out the Chinese girl.
Well, while we were all concentrating on the Canadian team, who actually went over the line, what in fact happened was there was a changeover when Yang Yang went down, and that means the result stands. China, in fact, win it by the skin of their teeth ahead of Korea. What an incredible result on the last women's event of these championships. China winning the 3,000 meter relay, another gold medal for this brilliant nation in short track speed skating. Coming round with just under 5 laps to go. China leading this 5,000 meter relay. 41 laps gone. There's the European champions, Italy, who are chasing the Chinese. Japan in 3rd place, the United States in 4th at the moment. And the pace in the last part of this relay is absolutely electrifying.
Yeah, the Chinese are really showing their dominance here. I mean, they're quite a bit away in front of the other guys, and the Japanese have just come through, and that was a great change.
It certainly was. The race is really on for the silver medal between Italy and Japan. United States are out of it. But here comes Lee, last year's overall world champion is going to bring the Chinese home. It's been a brilliant skate by the national team from China. Who's going to get silver? Japan are going to nick it ahead of Italy. The European champions, I think, just beaten on the line. The United States in 4th place, but what a skate by the Chinese team, led by the former champion. They've taken gold in the relay. China, the relay world champions, Japan in 2nd place, and Italy lost that silver medal by 4/1000ths of a second.
Slightly disappointing, rather, for the home team in Sheffield. Nevertheless, those relays lived up to expectation, didn't they? I think Paul's away for a wee lie down after all of that.
David Coulthard peels off behind him. Michael Schumacher pulls up behind Hakkinen. Barrichello behind David Coulthard. There are the 2 yellow Jordans in their new brighter livery.
Yes, Coulthard and Frentzen have lined themselves up at a slight angle to try to get over on that cleaner line as soon as possible. And Alesi patiently waiting in what must seem a very quiet pit lane.
Well, he was starting 17th on the grid. He's now effectively starting 22nd. A big penalty, not as bad as it might have been, though. And just look at the heat. It's about 40 degrees on the track down here.
Lights are on, the red lights are on.
3 lights, 4 lights, 5. It'll go out, and it will be go in Australia. Lovely start by Mika Hakkinen. David Coulthard's going well. Schumacher is 3rd, and coming up...
Je t'ai rien demandé!